Hello, hello, hello. Come on in, everybody. Welcome to A Moment with Celeste on this wonderful Tuesday. And today, I'm going to do probably what will be my final session on this wonderful chunky fabric book. So, some more finishing touches, and then we're going to move on next Tuesday with a different journal theme. So I hope you all can come in, and as you come in, if you can just put your little comments and let me know you're here with me, I would greatly appreciate it. We've been out running around today, John and I, just a little bit, not much. Went to HL and picked up some things I need for some projects I'm working on, and that are going to be Christmas gifts and all that good stuff, you know. I am full-blown in the mood now to get my Christmas projects finished. And I've got a bunch of them sitting all over the place. Partly finished, and some haven't even started. So we'll just give it a couple minutes to let you come and pop in. Found this at the little sale that I went to at my friend's house the other day. She had this cute little lapel pin, and I thought, well, this will be pretty in my book. Can't go wrong with that. And then look at this cute little one. This one is a squirrel, has a little dangly pearl, and has a little squirrel up in the tree. I thought that was a cute one too. She has some really great things for me. I can't hardly wait. I don't think she's going to go do any more until after Christmas, so I will put her on my list to make sure I get out there. But you know what she's doing? So my friend Deb and Scott, some of you see her on here. Hi, Peggy! I am looking forward to doing this today too, and getting some of these last touches on it that I'm going to do before I start using it. So I'm excited to do that. And then, oh, hi, Lori's Creative Journals. Come on in. Everybody, if you see someone you're not following that's on here with their business page, please, please, please give them a follow, because we all support each other. Give me a follow too if you're not following Moments with Celeste, because all of that matters in the world of Facebook. And I appreciate all those follows that I receive, and all the interaction you guys give us on our little lives that we do. So who do we have? So we've got Lori and Peggy so far. And so anyway, I was sharing that my friend that had the little thrift shop, she also does amazing baking that you can, you know, if you're here locally, we can get things from. And one of John's very favorites from her is a peach pie. She makes an amazing homemade peach pie. And so she's now doing some peach cobblers. So we are going to go pick one of those up from her on Friday. John ordered, and we did tell her, we told her it's got to be a smaller size for us, because we can't eat the big sizes no more like we used to. We used to get a big pie, and that would go, we will be beaten off of that for like 3 days. But she also made some yummy. So if you're in the Omaha area, reach out to Ann or message me, and I can give you her contact information. She made some amazing, they were so good. They are called a brown sugar cookie, and she gave us the dough, and we sliced it up and cooked it, baked it, and they're almost remind me of like a ginger snap. They're real crispy and snappy, but they don't have all that molasses. They're not a ginger snap. They're called a brown sugar butter cookie. Hi, Teresa. Good to see you. Hi, Jill. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Well, let's go ahead and get started here. So as you can see, look at how chunky this has gotten. Isn't that cool? I'm just excited about this book. So there's a couple of spots here that I want to go ahead and add a couple more things. And let's see, we've got all these that we did last week. I'll get you turned down here a little bit. That we did last week. Got this page finished. I think this is so pretty. And then this one here, I don't know that I'm going to even put anything on this right now. I just love to feel it. When you're doing journals, is there ever times where you just find yourself wanting to feel certain pages that are just, this one's got the feel, girlfriends. It's got the feel. Okay, and then we're going to go in. So I did this morning, before I came on, I did on this page here that had the Chanel, I did add this pink doily just to give it a little more reinforcement. So we've got that. And where's the ones I wanted to work on today? I did decide, remember last week when I put our little First Ladies pictures, little cards here, and I can't decide if I want to glue them on across the top or not, because there's a little pocket here. So what I'm doing for right now is I have this cute little paper, like a binder, and I'm just putting them up here and hooking them on that way, okay? So that when I turn over the page, it isn't going to fall out. Okay. Over here last week after he left, I did find in one of my little bundles that I had received from the meet and greet a few weeks ago that had some, "My grace is sufficient for you," a little card. And "As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord," another little card. So I just took this and I have safety pinned it here to this page that has the cross on it. So today, what I'm going to do is I came across this as I was going through some of my stash. And this was a little binder, manila folder, trifold I had made quite a long time ago, and I forgot all about it. So what we're going to do today is, first of all, I am going to put a pocket over here on this page that's a little bit thicker. And then I'm going to take this chenille and make a pocket right on there that's going to hold my little trifold, because we're going to do some decorating of this. But what I like about this is that this is one that I'm going to be able to pull in and out of this pocket and use for doing a lot of different writing things. So I thought what I'd want to do at first is I'm going to take some cardstock here and I'm going to cut it. I think I'll go about this thick. And we're going to see if we can make this work, because what I'm doing is I'm building up to give a little more reinforcement so that when I pull that trifold in and out, in and out, in and out, I'm not going to tear up and ruin all of this, okay? So what I'm thinking here, I'm going to take that lovely piece of chenille and I'm just going to put a little bit of a backing on here. And I'm going to do this with the wonderful Fabri-Tac. And this is something that's not going to be seen, but the purpose I'm hoping that it's going to serve is that it's just going to give reinforcement when I'm pulling that thicker little miniature file folder in and out. Okay, does that make sense? I hope it does. I surely hope it does. So I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to hold it for a minute. This journal would be so good for a I can't even say it, Jill, a seamstress who battles dementia. All the textures, absolutely. It absolutely would. I remember when I was working in senior living in one of the places that I was doing a lot, working with a lot of people with dementia care, I actually made, this has been like 8 years ago, at least, that I made a lap pad for our folks. And it was about this big, made out of fabric that just laid over the lap. And it had all kinds of different fabrics and things, but it also had some chunky things that whoever was using it could hold on to, could feel. And those things are so therapeutic. That's probably why I like this so much, is because I could just feel all these textures. So, okay, so there's what I've done. Now that's going to be the inside of the pocket here, okay? So let's go ahead now and I'm going to glue it on. This book is just so calming. It has a very calming effect to it. And I know that's why. Because all of our sensories are being engaged, at least a lot of them, not all of them, with this. Okay, make sure I have that in there. So while that's going to dry for a bit, it only takes about 5 minutes for that to dry, I want to pull over this little folder, and we're going to work on this a little bit, okay? See, let me move it so you can see what's going on here on the table. That's going to be my big thing to tie the book together. The big ribbon. Hello, Jackie. Jackie, you're not going to believe what I did. What did I do with it? Hang on, Jackie. Just hang on. And maybe John took it already. He might have taken it. Anyway, I got all the packages in the mail yesterday for everybody that had ordered at my sale the other day. And I'm going through my things here today, and guess what I found? Jackie, I found... here it is. I found this. And it had fallen out of your box. So Jackie, that little sweet bundle is coming your way. I'm going to get it in the mail. And it'll be coming, but it'll probably be a couple days after your bigger one, okay? So when you get it, know that it's coming with a hug. A hug for you, Miss Jackie. Okay, so now we are going to take this, and I'm just going to do some... Remember last time I found this packet that had all these wonderful pieces of writing and different things on it? So I think this is what I'm going to use to do some decor embellishing on some of this, okay? Now, this one, for those of you that know me well, you know that my sense of humor, I have a fun sense of humor. So this little bustin' hips article, every woman who attempts to make a shirt or waistline, and it talks about how you have to sew to account for bustin' hips. I think that's just going to be a fun one to put on here, so that whenever I see it, it's going to make me chuckle. So I'm just going to take this one here, and I'm just going to glue this baby right on the front of this one. Okay. Let's see. Peggy's here, and Jackie's here, and Lori's here. I'm not sure who else is here, but if you're here, will you say hi so that I know you are here with me? I would really appreciate it. Would love to see who's here. Okay, and we're just going to glue that on that. And then, let's see, let's go in here. I had a piece of this pink. And so, if you even remember, I don't even know, you guys, a lot of you probably don't remember. Hi, Estella. But when I put this together, this is put together with little strips of masking tape, okay? And so... on this one here, I'm going to cover that masking tape up a little bit. And I think what I'll do is take this old pink piece of paper and actually cut down a little bit, just a little bit. And let's see how much we have to cut it on the edges. And I'm just going to put this in here. And I think what I'll do is come down and I'm going to cut it off about this far. Because you know, it don't matter to me if it's going to show anything underneath or not. Because the only thing I want to cover is make sure I have that masking tape. So that's what we're going to do right there. Okay? So that'll be a pretty little pale pink, won't it? Oh, you guys, I have got so many projects going on. Tomorrow at 3 o'clock on this same time slot here, here on my page, I am doing a very merry make that I think pretty much most of you will really enjoy. Really enjoy. And it don't have anything to do with journaling. It's something else. It's going to have lots of yumminess in it. Not the edible kind though. It's going to have lots of pretties in it. And that's going to be tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So make sure if you're able to jump in. How are you doing, Estella? It's good to see you today, my friend. Okay, so we've got that page here has this. This is going to be a plain page. This one here, see there's all kinds of pages, and I'm trying to think how many. 1, 2, 3. I think I did this with 1, 2. I did this with 4 miniature pocket journals. Okay, so look at all that writing space we're going to have. Okay, so now I've got these cute little pockets that I definitely can put in here. See, this was in one of those packets from my meet and greet friends. Let's see here. Let's try to get this. Cheeky. Where's my bigger one? Let's take this in here and we'll come up there. There we go. And then, of course, you know I'm going to have to grunge it a bit. I'm going to have to grunge it. What did I do with my little grunging pads? They're up there, too. See, this is what happens when I get organized. When I get organized, nothing's where I want it to be to grab for easy grab. You ever have that problem? I sure do. I sure do. Okay, let's go with one of these here. I go to grab and there's like nothing to grab. Okay. Let's see how this one here is going to do for me today. I'm just doing this by hand. I don't even have it on the applicator, just holding on to the little tip of one. Okay. Alright. So what we'll do here is we're going to put this one over here. And it's going to be, let's see, I want it to come, I'm going to trim down the corner just a tad. Or the edge, not the corner. And then, I'm going to get this put on. Seeing lots of eyeballs up there. Lots of eyeballs. Thank you for watching. If you aren't currently following my Moments with Celeste page, I invite you to go do that. And then once you click on the liked or button, whatever, on that follow button, it's really important to go look at it again, and then it'll say following. And if you scroll down a little bit on that drop box, it gives you an option to put it as a favorite. So that is what you need to do in order to get me in your news feed, that when I come live and those type of things, it's got to have that favorites marked on that drop down box. So if you want to do that, I learned that, and I've had to go back through because you know what? I think FB did a few things here again a while back, and I went through and I noticed a lot of mine that I follow had switched back to liked instead of followed. So I had to go back in and redo some of them and go back and do the drop down box and go to favorites as a favorite. So I did that on several of those that I like to want to make sure that they're going to be on my little list. Okay, so there's that. Then I'm going to show you some of these little things that I've made. Let's see, maybe not. I can show you this one. But I've got a bunch of these that I was selling, and I had keeping some for myself. But these are those Tim Holtz butterfly wings. And then I got some of these cutouts. They were already cut out and punched out. Little ladies. So I just added some wings to them. But those can be very easily added for a tuck card. See there? Isn't that fun? Fun, fun, fun. So the next page here, let's put in this one here. I love this page. It says how to coat candies with Baker's Dot Chocolate. It's like an old vintage newspaper, an old newspaper recipe. Now, I just think that would be too cute to put in here, right? Would it be so cute to put in here, not too cute. So, I'm going to take it and we're going to put it in here as a page. Why not? Because I can. So I did something yesterday. did something I've wanted to do for a long time, but just didn't have the oomph to conquer it. But yesterday was the day. Lori was over here visiting, and I got the sewing machine up, and I did my first little sewing project yesterday, because I have not sewn anything. It's been at least, let's see, I'm going to put that over here a little bit. It's been at least, I'm going to say 10 years, if not. And if I did it 10 years ago, it wasn't me sewing, it was me helping Lori Beth on something. Because she did a whole bunch of scarves one winter that she gave to all of her little friends at her workshop. And so now I don't want this to go to waste, so I'm going to put this on here too. Got it out, and I did my first little Christmas project, and now I have a whole bunch more to do. I'll show you here in a minute what I did yesterday. It was fun. But it all takes work, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. So this here, now, this is just the board that I'm backing it on, okay? Because these will be going for sale in one of my sales. But look what I made. The little flat fabric ruffle strip. Isn't that fun? I had so much fun. So before I got through, I had 4 of them made yesterday. So that's what I made with the sewing machine. So that was a huge accomplishment for me yesterday. A huge accomplishment. So now I'm going to become the sewing queen, and I'm going to be sewing everything. I should just sew this too. Oh gosh, hi Sue. Oh, I'm filling out medical. Oh my gosh, Sue. I have sitting right here in front of me on my laptop. It's Lori's annual report that I have to fill out, and it has to be in by next week. Oh my gosh. It's one of the least things in life that I enjoy doing. The least things in life. Now I could take this little pink piece because, I don't want to waste anything. How about I just take this and add this a little strip right here? Because that pretty little vintage piece that we had left, and it's kind of like a blush pink, which I think is very pretty. Okay. Okay, so there's one fold. Okay. And I'll fold this. Now this next one here, let's put in another pocket. Why not? Look at this pretty one. Can you see that? These are so pretty. I love opening up things that surprise or that I forgot that I even had. You guys do that? Do you guys forget that you? I know, Sue. Yuckers for sure. Ugh. Ugh. John and I are both co-guardians, just guardians of Lori, but for some reason John never had to tackle the paperwork pieces. Lucky him, right? Lucky him. Okay, let's put this one, let's go right here. And we'll glue this one. Hi, Daryl. Gosh, it's good to see you. How are you doing? How are you doing, Daryl? I gotta know. I gotta know. Okay, this one has that piece of masking tape here in the middle. So what I think I'll do on this one is, you know, I've got to put in just a piece of trim or something, right? So if I just take a piece of trim and we'll just go over it just like this and get her done, that's what we'll do. So I think I'll run it up this side first, because I really don't want to cover up that pretty there. And then on this side here, I'm going to take just a little piece of this brown paper that's just about as wide as that piece of masking tape. And we'll just piece that in there. How's that sound? Just going to piece it so don't interfere with the pocket. And then we'll trim it off. Okay. All right. So there's another pocket for that page. Now, I am running out of things here to put in the tuck, but we can put this little guy in there for now. It's a little card. And then I think I might leave this one as it is. This will be a good writing space. Look at these papers. Aren't those awesome? Hi, Patsy. I hear our friend Patsy had a birthday a couple of days ago. Happy birthday belated to you. Happy belated birthday to you. Happy belated birthday, Miss Patsy Ray. Happy belated birthday to you. And you can go put a little bow on it. Happy birthday, my friend. I've got one coming up too here in November. We're November babies, huh? November babies. Okay, here's a little piece here that's another. And let's see, what do I want to put in it? I have some of this little trim here. And let's just put this one down the middle to cover up again that little piece of masking tape. And then, let's see. My nose is just being running. It runs all the time anymore. I don't know what it is. It must be one of my medicines is what I'm thinking. I'm going to put this one here, this tissue paper, down the middle of that. Okay. Yours is the 24th, Lori? Well, you can tag on to that happy birthday song too, okay? You just tag right along in there, girlfriend. Hey, oh, Linda, where's that machine? Well, look, Linda, I showed them. Here's the first thing I made on the machine. Look at it. I did one of those little gathering ribbon layered thingies. Linda, look what I did. So we got more to do for those. And then I went and today I bought some flannel and some terry cloth, because if you watch our friend Bev Crafting with Love and Whimsy, she's been showing us how to do those little sets of washcloths, and I thought I'm going to do that for the ladies in my family for Christmas. I'm going to make them sets of 3, and then I'm going to get them a little matching, maybe a face soap or something like that to go with them, and put them in a little cutesy box. You know, who knows, if I get enough of them made, I might even sell some. So on my upcoming sales. So you never know, right? You just never know. So Linda, I am in the mood. I'm telling you, girlfriend, I am in the mood. I just told John a little bit ago, when I get through with this live, he's got to come in here. Tell him, go rest, because you're going to need it when I get through to be able to come in and help me get things ready for the sale for Friday night. So Friday night, I have a sale. I'm going to have lots of goodies on that one. And it's at 7 o'clock Central Time. I'll be on this page, but I'm going to be streaming onto the Crafty Bunch First Friday Sale event. So I'm the last seller that night, or that day. And so you can catch me at 7 o'clock. I guess I'll be the grand finale or something. Or the grand poopah. I'll be something like that. Thanks, Linda. Okay, so we've got that one. Just put a little piece in here. Then we'll come over here and do something on this last page. Now I'm thinking I should probably, I want to use some more of this pretty chenille I had here, but I've also got this one, guys. Now I don't have to use this in this book, do I? Do I? Do I? Do I? Because it would be pretty on any other projects I have too. Let's go feed the cat. Oh, meow. The kitty cat needing fed. Oh boy. Okay. This is such a pretty piece. I'm going to hold on just because. I'm going to wait. Oh, okay, I see, Linda. I see your nah. Nah. Don't have to use it. Okay, let's just put this, go back to my first original plan. Just going to put this little lace here. Have any of you ever made one of these, the little file folder folios, journals? They're really fun to work with. And they're very easy peasy. So if you aren't somebody who's done a lot of creating of journals, this type here would be a very fun one to start with. Very fun. Let's see, let me get it pushed in here. There she goes. Okay. Alrighty, and then the back side, see, we got the whole back to do on here. So I think I have to use one of these angels again in here. So I have that one, and then I have this one. I just love these. Whoever gave these to me at the meet and greet. Oh my gosh, there's Linda. I don't know. I don't know if it was you. I don't know. Isn't that so, oh, so pretty. Just beautiful. I just love these. I don't love them. I love them. I really love them. So if I put a little bit of the pink over here, and oh yeah, oh yeah. Linda, I think I'll be using stuff that you had given out that weekend for all the ladies. I think I'll be using it for 6 months. I do. Every time I pick something up and see it, I think, oh, this is Linda's. This is one of those pieces from Linda. Linda, Linda, Linda. Oh. Okay. Then we'll put the pretty little angel on the back here. I love the paper that this is printed on too. I don't know if you can see, but I don't know, maybe it's an old vintage cardstock something. I think it might be because it just has a different texture. Different texture. Okay, so if we come here and go in here and then get away from the fold. There we go. That way that little angel is right there. Aren't they gorgeous, Sue? I think it came in one of your little packets, Linda. I really do. Thank you so much. I used 1 or 2 of them the other day on this book, on another one. But there's just something about this paper. It's a thicker, not really texture, but it has like a water parchment to it. It's precious, I say. Precious. Okay, so we've got those done. Now let's come over here to the back. Get our back side done. And on the back side, so did these come from you too, Linda? Were these papers, I think they were all in this same pack. In fact, I'm pretty darn sure that all of this was in the same pack that came from you. All of it. All of it, Linda. All of it. Gosh, it's amazing. This one here is a letter. See, I have much pleasure in giving this something something. Jean Marcalo, she has been known for the last 12 months and after as at my church. So that must mean she must have been attending. I know her from my church that she started attending in the last 12 months. And she has been known for the past 12 months. I feel sure she will finish. Yeah. She belongs to some type of family. Isn't that cool? I love that. That is really awesome. Did you really, Linda? How, this paper, how do you even find this kind of thin paper? Girlfriend, I gotta know. These are amazing. I used to print my resumes on that parchment. Yeah, it's hard to find, I think. This parchment paper. And then this, whatever this is just outstanding. I cannot say enough. And you know, that's not too hard for me to be able to not say enough. Okay. Let's put this down here on this page. Okay. Okay. I love this. This is amazing. Oh, I was going to say, Linda, this paper is really special. Very special. I don't even want to... I'm going to just glue it under because I don't want to tear it off. And look at that. Oh my gosh, Linda. I'm going to have to call this my Linda book. My little Linda book. This one here, this little fold-out piece. There, see, so I just folded those edges up so they trimmed out up there, and it's over here. It's so pretty. Hi, Mom. Must just got home from the gym, huh? Okay, then this might be a good spot to stick just a little pocket that I'll do out of some of this chenille that I have left. You know, keeping with my theme of pink. Make sure I get it right there, and a little more. Okay. Then we'll just turn this one into a pocket. Okay, got that one there. Then, let's see, I have a little card here that says, with love, and has I put a little tiny, teeny miniature, little vintage paper clip on there. So we'll just put that up there. And maybe this little piece here that I've got, because you know, waste not, want not. Let's see, I think I'm going to put this over here on the bottom of this piece. Actually, I'm going to change my mind. We're going to put it up here at the top of this piece, so it gives a little more balance here. And then, what else? So good, so good. So good. Okay, we've got that, we've got this, we've got that. Okay. Then I'm thinking I'll probably put a little piece of something up here, maybe here. There's a little piece of a vintage. Let's do this. And put it right up here. Linda is a generous person who thinks of others. I tell you, I learned that for sure, Peggy. There's a lot of you people out here in this lovely crafter world that are very generous, kind people. But Linda, you know, some people have what I call a real gift for giving. A real gift for giving. Some of you do. Some of you do. Miss Linda is one of those. The gift for giving. Okay. So there we go. Do we have any more left over here? No, we're done. Okay. So there we go. We've got that. Look how quick we put that little book together. And it's just going to fold up like this. Goes like this. And I'll come back in probably and put some things on the tabs. But for now, there's my back. Here's my front. Da, 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 da. And then we're going to go now back to my book. Oops, don't drop it, Celeste. Okay, we're going to go back to my book and go back to the page that I put that chenille pocket in, because now it's all dry. And let's see if this works. To just open this up, and that's going to be where I'm going to keep it, right there. Right there is where that's going to be kept. Okay? So then, one of the things I'm really getting excited about is that all of these pieces of fabric in here are going to be so wonderful for me to just attach pieces. And, you know, maybe I'm going to attach, let's see if this would look like, if this will work. To just for now attach this little piece of this little boutonniere right there. If I can get in there and do this. Without tearing it apart. Oh, I tore it apart. That's what I didn't want to do. Okay, we'll do it again. Okay, I'm going to reinforce that glue on there. Okay. But anyway, then that just gives it a little bit of a something on that white pocket. But there is going to be so much that I am going to just be able to continue to do playing with this, you guys. I can see that I am going to be playing with this years to even come. As I pull it out and, you know, add some things in it, I'll think, oh my gosh, I want to put this in it, or I want to put that in there. That's what I am envisioning this big book being like. Then let's see, was there, so I've got plenty of spaces back here that I can use. And then remember the pretty that was in one of my packs from the meet and greet. Got this one tucked in here. This one here would also, I like it tucked in there though. Keep it in there. I am. Keep it in there. Okay. Now let's see. Is there anything else I will need to finish up? Because I think I've got this kind of where I'm going to want it. Now I do think that maybe I'm going to probably reposition this because I don't like the way that my sweet little Bible verse card here flops out like that. So I'm thinking what I'll probably come back through here and put in is just a little belly band maybe. Let's just see if we've got a piece that we can do that with while we're doing it. Let's see. Let's see if this will work. This might. Just some more of that paper. That little pink paper went a long way. I'm going to double thicken it, make it two-sided, double-sided, so that it sticks together to hold this. And then what if I just take this and we'll just kind of bring it up here and make a little belly band just so that this isn't going to flop all over. Then we'll do a belly band up here. We'll stick it up there too. Okay, we'll see if that works. And if it doesn't, we'll do something else. Okay. Let's see. Yep, I like it already. See, it just keeps it from flopping all over. You see that? You're getting the glow of the window shade. The sun is shining right there on me. Okay. So now we're going to shut her up and I haven't decided if I want to leave my little hanky hanging out like that or if I'm going to bring it in and tack it in. But that'll be on another day that I will decide how to do that. Okay. So glad we've got all these little pieces in there. Got that little notebook tucked away here. Now, we're going to get it down here. And we're going to take it with my piece, and this is that very vintage pillowcase that I had found. And we're going to take it and we're going to tie this together. And let's see what we'll get it to look like. I think what I'm going to do, this beautiful piece here that sticks out a little bit, I think for the purpose of tying it, I'm going to fold that in a little bit, okay? Then we're going to take this and it's going to just come up and we're just going to give it a good tug so all those chunky layers with this little vintage linen bow is going to have to open it up, you know. I can shorten that a little bit. Maybe we'll just tuck this up under here. Okay, there we go. So I think it's been 3 weeks that we started this. Did this in 3 sessions, I think. There we go. she is done. Now this is going to be a good little spot too, where I can also put this cute little squirrel pin on here or down here. But I'm going to play around with it to see. I just thought that little squirrel was so cute. So I probably will put him somewhere on the bow. Okay. So let's see. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, everybody. So look at all the space we have that I can, when I go out and find my vintage brooches, guess where they're going to go now? Look at there. Okay. So before we jump off here, I want to show you just a couple things I've been working on. Let's see. That I've got to get going to. So I'm making these little tuck cards that are Christmas themed that are going to be embellished, and you open it up down here, and then you've got all this writing space. Lots of writing space. So I'm working on these, and then thank you, Daryl. Of course, you know I'm doing these, and then I'm doing. I'm making some pretty gift bows that we're doing. I'm doing some of those. And then I'm working on, I'm going to make some little tucking card packets that have all kinds of cuteness that, I'm going to make a little envelope case for them. But look at these. Aren't these cute? These were the cutest little prints. And look at this one here that I took and I put one of my vintage angel choir singing on it. One of those 3Ds. All of them have a little white space, so I'm going to make those into some little packets. And then I've got to do my terry cloth and flannel face cloths, and I don't know what else, but I know there's more what else back here. So anyway, we're going to be busy here the rest of the week. Again, I hope to see you guys Friday night on Crafty Bunch's first Friday sale, and my spot is 7 o'clock Central Time. Like I said, I will be the last one on. So there's several. I think there's like 6, maybe 5 or 6 scheduled before me. And I want to say that it starts like around noonish or 1 o'clock-ish, because we all get an hour. So, anywho, I want to thank you for popping in today. I hope you have a glorious day, and that the sun is shining for you as it is for me today. And you all be blessed, okay? Bye-bye, everybody.